Welcome back everyone. So in this particular video, I will be explaining about some experiments on absorption and conduction of water in the plants. So the first experiment is to show that root absorbs water. Now for this experiment, we have taken a test tube filled with water. In this test tube, we have inserted a plant with its root intact. The plant can be any plant. Example, we can take balsam plant. Now, soon after inserting this plant with its roots in water, we'll place a layer of oil on the water in test tube. Similar test tube is made for control. Now in second test tube, that is in test tube B, we have added water with oil, but there is no plant. Now this setup is kept for around 3 to 4 hours. After 3 to 4 hours, we'll observe that the water level in test tube A has fallen down, whereas the water level in test tube B remains same. Now, why is it so? Why the water level in test tube A has fallen down? Now, this indicates that water is lost from test tube A. Now, how does water loss occur? Now, here water is lost from the test tube A, which was actually absorbed by root. Whereas there is no plant in test tube B, so there is no loss of water in test tube B. So, inference is water is absorbed by root. Now, what is the purpose of adding oil? Now, oil is added so as to ensure that there is no loss of water from the test tube by surface evaporation. That means, in test tube A, water was not lost by evaporation, but it was lost by absorption of water by the roots. So this is the first experiment. Now the second experiment is to show that water is conducted upward through xylem. For this experiment, we have taken a beaker filled with water, and in this water we have added eosin solution. Eosin is a dye stain. Now we have placed a plant with its root intact in this particular beaker. This setup is kept for around 3 to 4 hours, and after 3 to 4 hours, root, stem and leaves are tested or are observed under microscope. So after few hours, this plant is taken out, washed thoroughly in tap water, and then cross section of root, stem and leaves are examined under microscope. Now when we see it under microscope, we observe that xylem of root, stem and leaf has turned pink in color, that is due to absorption of this dye. This indicates that water is conducted upward through the xylem. Now the third experiment is to show that water is conducted upward through xylem. But here the setup is different. So in first beaker we have placed a plant or twig. Now this twig is cut in water so as to prevent any kind of air bubble. So in both the beaker we can see twig. Now in first beaker, the twig which is placed is girdled. That means the outermost part, that is bark of the twig or the outermost part is removed. And the outermost part has phloem. So phloem has been removed, whereas xylem is intact. So next is in setup B, we can see twig with its phloem intact and xylem has been removed. So xylem which is present towards the inner side has been removed and its phloem is kept intact. Both the twig are immersed in water or it is placed in water for few days. What is observed? Let us see. After few days, we'll see, or few hours, we'll see that leaves of twig 1 remains turgid, whereas the leaf of twig 2 droops down or it gets wilted. Now, why is it so? What does this indicate? This indicates that water was getting transported in the upward direction in twig 1, whereas water was not getting transported. Now, what is missing in twig B? In setup B, xylem is missing. What is there in setup A? Xylem is there. So, this indicates that water is transported through xylem. It is conducted through xylem in the upper part of the plant. Now, the next experiment is to show that food is conducted through the phloem. Now, similar girdling process is done. Now, what is girdling? Girdling is simply a removal of phloem or the bark of the tree by keeping the xylem intact. Now, for this particular experiment, we have taken a woody plant. Now, in this particular woody plant, we have removed the phloem, which is towards the outer side, that is towards the periphery side, and kept its xylem intact. After a few days, what will be observed? We'll observe that the upper part, or the part which is above the girdled portion, it swells. It increases in diameter. So this particular part has swelled. It is swollen. Whereas the part which is below the girdled portion, it shrinks and it dies. Now, why is it so? Now, this indicates that the food which had to be transported is getting accumulated in the upper portion, that is above the girdled portion, because there is no phloem to transport. And so the lower part does not get sufficient food. The stored food is used, and finally, one day, all these cells of the lower part will die, which will lead to death of the tree, or which will kill the tree. So this indicates that food is conducted through the phloem. A girdling process is also called as ring barking. In this, the outer part or the strip of the bark from around the circumference is completely removed. And this process is also used to kill the plants. So with this, we have completed all the experiments related to absorption and conduction of water in plants. Thank you very much.